What up, YouTube? It's a Thief. Remember to click on that subscribe button and turn notifications on to stay up to date on all things Fortnite. And as always, remember to come by the stream and check me out at twitch.tv/TCThief, streaming on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. So my last weapon video did really well, and if you hadn't noticed in that last weapon video, the best guns in the game, what I did was I went over the base weapons that are available to every player in the game, and I got a lot of feedback of what about this weapon that wasn't included. I didn't include event weapons in the mix of that last video because I believe that event weapons are not available to all players. So if a player comes into the game after an event is going on, that weapon won't really be available to them. So I didn't include those. I did, however, want to do a video on strictly event weapons and some weapons to look out for in the birthday llamas and in events. So without further ado, we're going to start off this list. And remember, this list is in no particular order. It's just a compilation of weapons that you should look out for. If you have them in your inventory, level them up because they are decent weapons. They are some of the best weapons in the game. I'm not going to compare these to the regular weapons, but if you have any of these weapons with decent last perks on them, definitely take a chance and level them up because they are very, very good weapons. Leading with the Bobcat. All right, the Bobcat is one of those guns that you can roll crit chance and double crit damage on. So this is a gun in the game that you want to run the crit chance crit damage build because you can run double crit damage on it. All right, this is a very, very awesome weapon. It has 50 base magazine size, so you would probably want to run a reload perk on this because the reload time is 3.3 seconds. So if you see a Bobcat, favorite it, level it. It is an awesome gun. That brings us to the Silent Spectre. All right, it seems like we're covering all the crit chance guns first. All right, the Silent Spectre is another gun that you want to run crit chance on. As you can see, its base crit chance right here is 20%. So starting off with a base high crit chance, you always want to run crit chance builds on guns like this where you can cross the threshold of making crit chance and crit damage far better than base damage. All right, the Silent Spectre is an awesome gun. It does, however, have less range than guns like the Gravedigger and the Nocturno and the Siege Breakers. So just take that into consideration. The fall off on the bullet damage is going to happen a lot sooner, but the Silent Spectre is definitely a smasher killer if you get right up in its face. Right, if you have one of these, grab it, try to get one in each element and level it. It is an awesome gun. Next on the list is the Dragon's Roar. Now the Dragon's Roar is a awesome weapon. All right, it's awesome for two reasons. All right, it has base affliction on it and it has piercing. All right, its rate of fire is a little bit less than the Gravedigger and the Hunter Killer, coming in at 5. It would go down to approximately 4.2, 4.3 rate of fire with being Shadow Shard, but with the piercing and affliction, this gun is an awesome gun. So level it up and use this gun. This gun is also good to give defenders if you have that stun perk on it. So keep an eye out for these Dragon's Roars. These Dragon's Roars are very powerful weapons. One last thing, magazine is a must on this weapon. All right, it has 20 base magazine size, so you must roll magazine on this weapon. Next we have the Helium Shotgun. All right, the Helium Shotgun is awesome to run on a raider. It has piercing damage and a small AoE. All right, remember, you're going to run crit chance and crit damage on this weapon because you're running it with a crit heavy hero. All right, it's got base 12 magazine size, and it's a one-shot weapon, so you want to run reload on this weapon. All right, this weapon is great for sitting at the end of a trap tunnel and shooting down the trap tunnel because of its piercing damage. It is going to shoot through everything that is inside the tunnel. All right. Helium Shotgun is definitely an amazing addition to any raider loadout. And next we have the Ground Pounder. The Ground Pounder is one of my favorite shotguns. All right, this shotgun is similar to the Tiger Jaw, but it is not fully automatic. It is semi-automatic, but the rate of fire, it fires at 4.5 rounds a second, so you can really lay some scunion with this shotgun. As fast as you can pull the trigger, this shotgun is a smasher killer, and it has the longer range of the Tiger Jaw. So definitely, if you have one of these, I would put one of these in each element and run it as your secondary slot and a smasher killer. All right, the ground pounder, awesome shotgun, one of my favorite shotguns to use on the Raider. And remember, you're gonna run a crit chance, crit damage build on this shotgun. All right, shotguns, I try to aim for snare, but if I don't get snare, I'll choose affliction. And this one, you want to use magazine size. Next, we have the Husk Buster. All right, the Husk Buster is a reskin of the Stampede. All right, it is a scavenger weapon, so it's the low cost, low durability weapon, but it is a reskin of the Stampede, and the Stampede is one of the longer range shotguns. Once again, it's a one-shot weapon, so you always want to use reload on the one-shot, slow shot weapons, and you want to run your crit chance, crit damage builds on these one-shot shotguns or on shotguns on the Raider. All right, longer range than most shotguns, so this is the medium range shotgun that you want to reach out and touch something at range. Definitely a good addition to the Raider, and it has an awesome skin. Man, we're going over a lot of shotguns. There's been a lot of good shotguns from events, but yeah, if you get this Husk Buster, I mean, it looks cool. Level it up. And next we have the Buzz Cut. The Buzz Cut, fam. The Buzz Cut is a reskin of the Hunter Killer. Once again, it's a low cost, low durability scavenger weapon, all right? I'm not going to talk about the Hunter Killer. Y'all know that I have 14 Hunter Killers at Shadow Shard or higher. If you get this gun, grab it, level it up. It just shellacks. All right, that leads us to Old Smoky, another shotgun, all right? Old Smoky is used for mob clear on the Raider. It's also a reskin of the Thunderbolt. This gun will change your life, folks. I use this gun on every single hero I have, be it a Raider or any other tune, and I use it for mob clear. I use it with energy, crit chance, crit damage, and reload, damage to afflicted, all right? This gun, when all the husks are gathering up in front of you, you can shoot in front of you and it kills everything in your path. So if you see one of these or you see a Thunderbolt, grab one of these. It is definitely worth it. Which brings us to the one and the only LMG that I endorse in this game, all right? The Hacksaw, right? The Hacksaw is the only LMG that I will put my stamp of approval on. Most of the LMGs will not hit anything, but the Hacksaw has a pretty good bloom pattern. So if you get a Hacksaw, most of these have snare on them. So base, they are starting off from a good starting point, all right? If you get one of these Hacksaws, level it up, and if you really like LMGs, if you're not an LMG guy, it probably won't be good for you, but if you like LMGs, this is the LMG to have. Man, we haven't talked about pistols. All right, we're gonna talk about a pistol, the Whisper 45. All right, the Whisper 45 is an amazing pistol. It has high base damage and high crit chance. All right, so if you could get 3 of these in each element and run this on your Ranger, this would be probably a best in slot setup. I like the Haywire a little bit better than the Whisper because it's rate of fire. I like to lay the Scunion, all right? And this rate of fire on the Whisper is a little bit less, but once again, crit chance, crit damage, magazine, damage to afflicted, or damage to snared. And this is a really, really awesome gun. A lot of people out there really, really like it. I think I like the Hacksaw or the Haywire just a little bit better, but a lot of people out there like this gun better than the Haywire. So keep an eye out for these. If you can get one of each element, get them. If not, just roll energy on this on your Ranger and have fun hitting the high crit damage shots. All right, the next gun is another shotgun. All right, I don't personally like this weapon, but one of my buddies, Allura, he's a streamer, he plays nothing but Raider. He loves this shotgun for mob clear. All right, it shoots an AoE blast and it has a little bit longer range than the Thunderbolt, so I thought this gun was definitely worth mentioning, even though I don't like it. Allura, who has insanely amount more of experience playing Raider, loves this gun, so it is definitely worth a tryout if you get it. Remember, this is for mob clear and it has a little bit longer range than the Old Smoky or the Thunderbolt. All right, remember, as always, on these one-shot weapons, you want to roll reload, crit chance, crit damage, damage to slowed, ensnared, or damage to affliction, and affliction if you have it. Oh yeah, that reminds me, man. I never get a chance to shout my boy out on YouTube because I always get wrapped up in making these videos. So I'm going to put Allura's link down in the description. If you want to check him out on stream, it's twitch.tv at Allura SC. All right, go check him out. You can see this shotgun in action. I do want to put out a caveat to all these shotguns, by the way. All right, I didn't include the Dragoon on this list. All right, I'm using the Dragoon right now, but if you have a Thunderbolt, I don't think it's worth leveling up a Dragoon because they serve the same purpose. But you can insert a Dragoon where Old Smoky goes, and it's one and the same. All right, so either level Dragoon or Old Smoky, they serve the same purpose. The Dragoon has insanely more knockback. So that's the caveat, folks. All right, launchers. I really don't use launchers because I think they trivialize everything in the game. But if I was going to use a launcher, there are two of them that stand apart from the rest. All right, the first one is the Dam Buster. All right, the Dam Buster has the highest impact of all of the launchers. All right, you are able to shoot this Dam Buster at a smasher and send him flying across the map. So if I was going to use a launcher for knockback, I would use this. All right, this is, in my opinion, the second best launcher in the game. Once again, I don't use launchers, but I have to include them for people that do use them. So if you see one of these, grab it. And the last weapon on the list is the best launcher in the game. All right, the video that I made a few months ago still rings true. The Noble launcher is the best launcher in the game. It is a Dragon Slash in a launcher, people. All right, and you can use it as many times as you have the sleeks to use it. So if you roll up on one of these and you really like launchers, grab this launcher. This launcher is the best launcher in the game. You can charge it up and shoot a piercing beam that acts as Dragon Slash. All right, if you see it, buy it because this is the best launcher in the game. And this is going to bring us to our comment of the day. Our comment of the day comes from SD7 Skills. What do you think about a headshot damage build for Ranger since you don't have crit rating as a support slot like Raider? All right, so with Ranger's a little bit different than Raider. Instead of having critical chance for a support slot, you have critical damage. So it's just swapped. So all you would do is you would try to aim for that 50% crit threshold, and my phone's going off. Shut up! All right, it's quiet. So 50% crit chance threshold, and then you would put that Trail Blaster in slot for the added crit damage. All right, so it's one and the same. They just swapped it around. So always go for crit chance, crit damage builds on the crit chance, crit damage heroes. Thank you for the comment, though, and once again, that about sums it up, folks. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay classy.